Right now, someone is driving through traffic. Someone is making coffee in London. Someone is crossing a street in Tokyo. Someone is flying over the Atlantic. And then, in the same second, every human being on Earth disappears. No warning, no explosion, no asteroid, no alien invasion. Just silence. At first, the planet still looks almost normal. Traffic lights keep changing, elevators keep moving. Phones keep glowing on empty tables. Ships keep crossing oceans with no one on the bridge. But within hours, the world we built starts failing without us. The first disasters are mechanical. Cars keep moving until they hit something. Buses roll through intersections. Trains continue along their tracks until automated systems stop them, or until something else does. In the sky, thousands of planes keep flying on autopilot. For a while, they look safe. Modern aircraft can hold course without a pilot touching the controls. But they cannot refuel themselves. They cannot make judgment calls forever. They cannot land everywhere without people on the ground. One by one, they fall. Not because the planet attacks us, because our machines were never independent. They were waiting for us to return, and no one does. Then the lights begin to go out. The electrical grid is not a giant battery. It is a balance. Every second, power has to be produced, moved, adjusted, and controlled. Operators do this constantly. Fuel has to be delivered. Turbines have to be monitored. Failures have to be corrected before they spread. Without humans, coal plants run out of fuel. Gas plants shut down when control systems fail. Solar panels keep collecting sunlight, but without a managed grid, most of that power has nowhere useful to go. Wind turbines spin for a while, then slowly break down. Within days, most cities on Earth go dark. A few places last longer. Hydroelectric dams can keep generating power for months, maybe years, if nothing breaks. But every dam has sensors, gates, bearings, and metal parts that wear down. Even our strongest machines are not permanent. They are just very well maintained. And when the power dies, the internet dies with it. People call it the cloud, but the cloud is not floating above us. It is buildings full of servers, heat, fans, cables, backup generators, and diesel tanks. When the fuel runs out, the machines overheat. Data centers shut down. The photos, messages, maps, passwords, and proof of daily life all become trapped inside dead hardware. The greatest archive humanity ever built starts disappearing almost immediately. That is the strange part. Stone monuments can survive for thousands of years, but most of the modern world cannot survive 1 month without electricity. And then there are the animals. Inside apartments, houses, farms, zoos, and laboratories, billions of animals wait for people who are never coming back. Cats have a chance. Some escape. Within days, many become hunters again. Large dogs may survive if they form packs, but the small breeds we made for comfort and cuteness are in trouble. A toy dog was never designed for a world without kitchens. On farms, the suffering is much larger. Chickens, pigs, cows, and sheep depend on automatic feeders, water systems, fences, ventilation, medicine, and human schedules. When those systems stop, many die in the buildings built to contain them. This is the first ugly truth of Earth without humans. Nature does not return cleanly. First, the things we trapped begin to suffer. After a few weeks, the abandoned world becomes more dangerous. Chemical plants stop being monitored. Refineries lose control pressure. Mines flood. Sewage systems overflow. And nuclear plants become one of the most serious risks. A reactor is not a nuclear bomb. It does not explode like a weapon. But nuclear fuel keeps producing heat even after shutdown. It needs cooling. Pumps need electricity. Backup generators need fuel. Valves need maintenance. Without humans, some reactors would eventually overheat. Fuel could melt. Hydrogen could build up. Fires and explosions could spread radioactive material into the land, rivers, and sea. Not everywhere, not all at once, but enough to leave scars. Before Earth recovers from us, it has to survive what we left running. Then water takes over. Water is the quiet enemy of every city. Underground tunnels are already fighting it. Subways, metro systems, basements, and service corridors need pumps every day. Huge parts of the underground world exist only because electricity keeps water out. Without power, the pumps stop. Within days, tunnels begin filling. Platforms disappear under dark water. Rails rust. The underground city becomes a river system. Above ground, rain enters cracks. Pipes burst. Drains clog. Roads split. Roofs leak. Mold spreads through houses, malls, schools, and office towers. A city is not a solid object. It is a machine pretending to be a place. After 1 year, the change is obvious. Grass pushes through sidewalks. Roots widen cracks in roads. Vines climb fences and walls. Empty neighborhoods become meadows. Deer walk through shopping centers. Monkeys raid abandoned hotels. Birds nest in traffic lights. In tropical cities, plants move fast. Humidity, rain, insects, and heat do the work that demolition crews used to do. In dry places, the opposite happens. Gardens die first, then trees, then the desert moves back in. The world does not erase us in one way. Every climate takes revenge differently. After a few decades, the skyline begins to fail. Steel rusts, concrete cracks, glass breaks, roofs collapse. Once water gets inside a building, time becomes a tool. Storms pull it apart. Heat expands it. Cold contracts it. Plants grow through it. Skyscrapers do not fall like movie towers. They decay slowly, floor by floor, room by room. Birds nest in offices. Trees grow on rooftops. Elevators hang dead in flooded shafts. Bridges are even more fragile. Suspension cables corrode. Concrete supports weaken. One day, a bridge that carried thousands of people simply gives up and drops into the river below. Nobody records it. Nobody even hears it. By 100 years, most wooden houses are gone. Many suburbs disappear into forest, grassland, jungle, or desert. Brick and stone last longer, but the pattern of human life becomes harder to read, and the animals keep changing. Feral pigs spread aggressively. Domestic pigs that escape become harder, hairier, and more dangerous within generations. Cats become devastating predators for birds and small mammals. Dogs mix with wolves and wild relatives. Rats thrive wherever ruins remain. Meanwhile, the animals we pushed away return. Whales move through quieter oceans. Fish populations recover without industrial fleets. Forests expand into farmland. Beavers flood old neighborhoods. Elephants move through abandoned villages. Predators take back territory cut apart by roads and fences. Earth is not healing because it is kind. It is healing because the pressure is gone. After 1,000 years, most cities are unrecognizable. The towers are broken. The tunnels are flooded. The roads are buried. Airports have become grasslands, wetlands, or forests. Most digital records are gone. Hard drives corrode. Servers fail. Paper rots. Books burn, mold, or get eaten. The internet, the greatest memory system humanity ever made, becomes one of the fastest things to vanish. We thought digital meant forever. It mostly meant fragile. After 10,000 years, almost all obvious signs of us are gone. Cars are stains in the soil. Houses are low mounds. Roads are strange flat lines beneath roots and sediment. Most languages have no mouths left to speak them. But some things survive. The pyramids, the Great Wall, stone temples, deep tunnels, mines, some dams, some radioactive waste sites. Plastic fragments mixed into future rock. A thin, unnatural layer in the ground filled with concrete dust, aluminum, soot, and microplastics. If another intelligent species evolves millions of years from now, they might not find our cities. They might find our chemistry. They might dig into the earth and discover a strange line where one species briefly learned how to rearrange the planet, then disappeared. And above them, for a while, there would still be satellites. Low-orbit satellites fall first, burning through the atmosphere like artificial meteors. Higher satellites last much longer. Some may circle Earth for thousands, maybe millions of years. Empty machines still moving around a planet that forgot who launched them. This is where the question changes. At first, it sounds like a disaster story. What happens if humans disappear? But the real answer is not that Earth ends. The real answer is that Earth continues. The lights go out, the roads crack, the towers rust, the animals return, the forests spread, and almost everything we thought was permanent becomes temporary again. Civilization feels solid because it worked yesterday, but it is not solid. It is a performance. Every morning, billions of people wake up and keep it going. They repair the wires, pump the water, grow the food, watch the reactors, run the servers, maintain the illusion that the world is stable. Remove the people and the performance stops, and the stage gets taken back. Maybe that is the most uncomfortable part. Earth would not mourn us. It would not pause. It would not wonder where we went. It would simply continue. Because we were never keeping the planet alive. The planet was keeping us alive.